Alright, everybody, second take. We are here live in Midlothian. A little bit of a technical difficulty there. Forgot to turn the Wi-Fi off. But nonetheless, we are here, second take. John Zerda, Jacob Conway. We are missing Tommy McKean. Unfortunately, he cannot come here tonight. We are missing him. We're going to try to do our best cover NFL.
Yeah, he's the expert, though, so...
It's not our field of expertise. So, John will do his best. I'll do my best. We'll break down the Bears' schedule. The NFL released their schedule last week per reports. Let's hear what you guys think the Bears can finish off with. Got some surprises.
Yeah.
They play in London. Maybe London will help them out.
I'm not a big fan of the London games.
London games, you're not a fan of it?
Nah.
I'll see how it is. Maybe I'll go to London. Second take, live from London.
Gotta get
Imagine
a
that
passport
promo,
first.
huh? I gotta get a visa. I'm not allowed to travel.
I don't know.
So we do got a live poll. Make sure to answer that question. We will be taking guest comments. And if your prediction for the Bears record is right, so we gotta wait obviously till next January. But if I remember and your record is correct, you will receive an awesome exclusive VIP prize from yours truly on the panel, Jacob, Tommy, and John. What else would you like for Christmas? Besides a picture of us three in your stocking.
Speaking of holidays, how was your Easter?
Easter Bunny was very good.
Really
I didn't
good?
color eggs here at my house. I went to my friend's to color eggs. Mom was very upset. She started crying.
Do you color eggs then?
I color eggs.
Okay. Just wanted to get that clear on live.
For those who don't know, I'm 19 years old. I color eggs on Easter. What's it to you? And then I find them the next morning.
Hey, no problem with that. Whatever floats your boat.
I'm a 19-year-old. You like my hat? I lost a good Winter Classic hat. Hawks Winter Classic hat. The ones the players wearing during the warm-ups. Look.
Some kid's wearing that. You threw that.
Brandon Perlini scored a hat trick on hat giveaway day, so I threw the hat. And I kept this hat. I made a good decision.
Do we know how much that hat cost?
We do not exclude prices on second take.
Was it or was not a Christmas gift?
It was a Christmas gift. It was in my stocking.
Okay.
What a coincidence. As you guys can hear, it is raining here. Second take doesn't get delayed in the rain.
No.
Like the White Sox do in Detroit.
Oh, shots fired.
Or their opening day.
Okay. All right.
Nonetheless, let's get into our sponsorships as always. Cool Whip for all your cooling and whipping needs. Coors Light. John, you want to take this one? What happens with Coors Light?
What?
When the mountains are blue, climb on.
Climb on.
He's had one too many
I don't drink
Coors.
Coors.
Oh, he doesn't drink Coors. He's too fancy. We got to upgrade. Blue Moon.
Blue Moon, yes.
Heineken.
Orange and peel. And
Mountain Dew. When you're like John sleeping over here, crack open a Mountain Dew, guys. We also got another cool sponsorship today. BSE Lawn Care. Lenny Korprowski is his name. 708-945-4888.
Guy will cut your lawn so good, look better than the cellar Wrigley Field.
And guess what? You have him for the summer or springtime. He'll rake your leaves in the fall and he'll remove snow in the winter. I couldn't tell you guys a better company to go to. I personally have experienced him. We've had him here, and the lawn does look good. He can turn dead grass into Wrigley Field grass if John wants to put it.
Oh, yeah, that's good. He's got some
reasonable prices too. He's a very friendly guy. I recommend it. Family owned, as you see, family owned.
Locally.
Midlothian,
Support
Illinois.
your local business.
Support your local business. Hashtag boom. Lenny is a great guy, so I do recommend that.
We got to have him on the show sometime.
Lenny, you got a personal invite from one of our hosts. Come on. Also, some honorable mentions. Wings and Rings, Buffalo. 35th and Halstead, Chicago. John.
Great stop before a Sox game. Any baseball game.
You got free transportation, right?
Yeah.
Hawks game, Bulls game, Sox game, Cubs game.
Best spot to pregame at.
Come on, man. And you got free transportation. So if you are drinking, do not drive. Have Wings and Ring drive for you.
Ask for Justin, best manager on the South.
Justin and Carl. Carl took care of us.
Oh, Carl did take care of us. Yes.
Carl, thank you. Justin, you are the man. We love you guys. Canute's, another honorable mention. Mondays, Half Price Pizza. John, you got anywhere else you can have Half Price Pizza?
No, not as good as Canute's.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, maybe next Monday, Second Take will be there. Try out their
Who knows?
Try out their Half Price Pizza. So maybe Second Take will be on the road next week. Dropping little hints here, guys. You guys never know what we're up to.
Right.
Let's get back.
Full of surprises.
Full of surprises.
All right, let's get into it.
Real quick, let's go to the birthdays. Jada Kukek, April 25th. very
Former
generous.
Diamond Girl.
Formal.
Great third baseman.
Great third baseman. Jada, I got your bracelet here. Love you, sister. Happy birthday on Thursday. Another one who's near and dear to Second Take's hearts. John, you know this guy. Jim Cate.
Oh,
He does all the
great,
Photoshops.
Yes, great comments too. I love his comments.
He's a smart guy. He likes
Yes.
Chris Bryant, so we're going to work with him on that one.
He's all right.
And April 28th. So happy birthday, Jim and Jada. Both very welcoming people, and
Yeah.
couldn't think of two other happy birthdays to give. Let's talk to our polls that we posted late last week, rather. Hawks' top priority in the offseason, John. What do you got?
What do you got?
Offense or defense?
I gotta say, I think we need defense.
Okay. 76% of the voters agree with you.
Yes.
24 say, hey, maybe go after Artemi Panarin or another offense player. I mean, is offense the problem? I know the power play was, but is defense or goaltending, because I got yelled at for not having goaltending.
We gotta think about the future with the goaltender.
So
I love Crawford. He won us 3 cups, but we gotta transition into the future.
a lot of people are saying defense is top priority. I don't necessarily disagree, but I think a better reunion than others in the past, like Brandon Saad. I think Artemi Panarin would be a great reunion, especially with DeBrincat and Kane. I mean, if you somehow, because DeBrincat was once a centerman, so if you somehow transition that into one line, you're looking at one of the most dominant lines in hockey.
No, I think you think about trading that 3rd pick. They didn't expect to get that high of a pick with the lottery.
Yeah,
I would shop it.
they
and see
got
what happens.
they got the money.
Yeah.
That's no issue this year. I mean, they got more money than they had, I think, ever since they
They'll
started
be
contending.
back. They'll
So,
be back. Whatever they do.
We're going to get into this next question, the Lakers being in the postseason. I can almost guarantee the Blackhawks will be in the postseason before the Lakers.
I don't think nobody wants to play LeBron. I
don't think-
it's still LA, but
I know, but
I don't know.
I don't think LA could get in the postseason anytime soon. So,
I think he's poison over there.
So-
Sorry, Tommy. I know you love LeBron, but
Tommy, you're not here to defend LeBron. We're missing
Sorry.
you here, buddy. Lakers postseason chances. Do the Lakers go to the postseason? Yes or no?
I say no because I think these players that are free agents want their max deals. They don't. I'm not saying they don't care about winning, but nobody's living LeBron's shadow no more. He's older. He's going to have to hop on somebody else's coattails. To me, I'm throwing this out there. LA should trade him and get a bunch of young players and build something else without him. They tried it.
You want to rebuild? Go for the young talent. That's what you got to do.
Hey,
73% of the voters agree. Wow, they're 2 for 2 here, John.
Hey.
I also say no. 22 votes in that one. The Blackhawks question led us in votes, 29 votes. So keep the votes coming, guys. We will have polls next week as well. Bears impact. This is a big question. 21 voters. Is their offense going to be the more surprising impact, or is it going to be back-to-back defensive years?
oh, the defense is going to be good, but I'm looking for Mitch Trubisky to have a breakout year. Not saying it'll happen, but I'm focused on him having a breakout year. He's got about a year and almost 2 seasons under his belt.
Yeah,
He's got the experience. We'll go 1.5.
Yeah.
So you could almost say last year was really, truly a rookie year. But I think he's ready to go. A year under Matt Nagy's system. I'm excited. Although, very, very tough schedule. So they're going to have to earn every win this year.
As John said, tough schedule. You guys see the schedule probably. Drop your prediction in for the Bears record. We're going to be talking that at the conclusion of our show. So, like I said, John, voters agree with you. So, last question for the polls. This was an easy question for me, but the voters disagreed with me. Eloy Jimenez or Chris Bryant?
Oh, easy. Eloy Jimenez. No doubt.
I thought so.
Younger.
But looking at these
The
numbers,
White Sox got him on a cheap, and I have to give credit where credit's due. I questioned the contract, but Sean, if you're out there, good call because it's looking like we're going to get him on a cheap for a few years, and he's going to put up a lot of numbers. And we could build around him and Tim Anderson. And we got some things to talk about Tim Anderson later.
Tim
We'll get into
Anderson,
that.
Joe West, Rick Renteria.
Yeah.
There's
Tim
a lot
Anderson.
to talk about in
Tim
MLB
Anderson.
here. Yeah, keep going. So, 63% say Chris Bryant, 37% say Eloy. So I thought it would be half and half.
A lot of. I mean, Bryant's a former MVP, rookie of the year.
Former.
I don't know if that shoulder's fully healed or if he's leaning on
I don't
anybody.
think it is.
But I don't think he's going to want a lot of money. I don't know if he's going to get Bryce Harper or Mike Trout money, but the Cubs, their window might be closing. They might move on from him. So
I mean, if you got to pay 2 out of these 3, Baez, Rizzo, Bryant, who aren't you paying?
you know what? I hardly agree with you, but I got to go Baez and Rizzo before Bryant.
It's Rizzo's team, and how can you not pay Baez until he's been proven?
Right. I agree. He's younger, and he's...
So, those polls, I mean, were not really close. They were actually one-sided for most part. We got polls coming next week for you guys. So, with those numbers, John, were you expecting those?
There's still a little Cub love out there, I should say. A little White Sox hate, but not shocked. But I thought I'd get a little more love for Eloy. But we'll see. It's still... The arrow's pointing up on the south side.
For sure. Let's shift over the gears to NBA. John's going to cover the postseason. John, what do you got?
We're still in the first round. Haven't caught much of the NBA games. No shockers here. Looks like Trailblazers over OKC. Although I'm a little shocked with Paul George and Russell Westbrook.
I was really... And
Portland
going to be shocked, too.
Up 3-0. So I don't think they're coming back. They might steal a game out of there.
Hard to do in any
But it
series
looks like
sports.
Trailblazer. My sleeper. I don't want to call him a sleeper, but a lot of people showing him no love. Milwaukee. 3-0 on Detroit. Watch out. I think Milwaukee's going to the finals.
Couple teams bringing the brooms out.
I don't think nobody sees them coming. Giannis, I think he's, I say MVP of the league. A lot of people say James Harden, but Giannis. So I think that's a sweet. Philly, 76ers and the Nets. 3-1 Philly. Not shocked there either. A little chippy in that series, huh?
Jimmy Jimmy
Butler, huh?
Jimmy B.
Throwing his
Got
weight
heated
around.
with him, yeah.
I kind of like his toughness. I like that he's a little arrogant, but
Still got that Chicago attitude.
yeah, he's still. They're going to go on. Houston over to Jazz. Jazz are fighting. They're not there yet. Houston's going to get that series. Raptors and Orlando. No shock there. Orlando stole one in Toronto. Well, Raptors, they should win that series easily. The only one that's pretty competitive is San Antonio and Denver. The Spurs. Haven't seen really much of that series, but I'm not betting against Popovich and the Spurs. They've been winning for 20-plus years.
Can't bet against greatness.
Yeah. Golden State and the Clippers. A little chippy between Patrick Beverly and Kevin Durant.
A lot of
But-
chippiness in the first round.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good.
You may see that in the end of the season or even the start of the postseason, but
Yeah.
as the series go on and as the games get tighter
Yeah.
and longer,
Yeah.
you really don't see
Or you
that.
see the same guy 4 or 5 nights in a row.
You don't see that chippiness.
And I
an
like
extra
the
shot.
fight in L.A., where I think, I'll get into it later, but I think Kevin Durant might be going to the Clippers in the offseason, but we'll see. But you can't bet against Golden State. I still think they're the favorites to go to the finals. I think Milwaukee is going to...
Milwaukee's your pick.
That's my ace in the hole.
I'll give you this one. I'm still with Tommy. I'm going OKC to the finals, and
Being down 3-0?
if they do pull this out, I have no question with it. So there's still a little
that'd be
hope for me.
interesting.
There's still a little hope for me that they're going to come back. So
And last but not least, Boston swept their series with Indiana.
I think everybody expected that.
Yeah. I mean, Indiana's a tough team, but Boston,
Not
they
right.
turned it on in the playoffs. So
A lot of competition here in the NBA.
that's all I got for NBA.
A lot of competition in the NBA. A lot of chippiness in the NBA. And guess what? It only gets worse in the NHL. Chippiness. I mean, hockey's the only sport that you can literally drop your equipment and just start
Wow.
going to town at each other. But
Speaking of hockey, NHL playoffs, huh?
NHL playoffs are in full swing. First round, but their series wrapping up already. St. Louis beating the Jets 4-2.
Man,
Central Division. I mean, it's one of the best
St.
divisions
Louis
out there.
Blues, tough team.
They're my pick to win the Stanley Cup, and Hawks fan here saying that I'm getting a lot of hate.
Hey, dude, listen, they're good. They're
They're
good.
my pick, and I'm getting a lot of hate for it. So.
I'm not an expert on NHL like you are. What do you feel about these round one shockers? Calgary and Tampa out.
Calgary, I wasn't really surprised losing to Colorado 4-1.
Okay.
Because Colorado is way too fast for almost any team in the league.
Okay.
I mean, the Hawks saw them like 3 times in the last 2 weeks of the season, and it was just like pulling teeth watching that game. Like 5-on-3 penalty kills. It's just these guys are fast, and I don't see anyone stopping them besides St. Louis. So if they get past St. Louis, I'm afraid the Stanley Cup's going to be ending up in Colorado, and I hate Colorado. There's nothing good in Colorado besides all you people who tried to go in there last weekend, 420. Besides that, like, there's nothing good there. And like the Rockies, I can't stand them. Beat the Cubs in the wild card. I was there. Oh my goodness. The Islanders beating the Penguins 4-0.
What? Well, I have, you know me.
He loves
loves Penguins. They broke my heart in '92. That's way before your time.
Before me.
Yeah, but I always hated that Crosby gets all the love over Taves.
Captainship in Team Canada.
Yeah. That's a whole other story for another day.
Crosby, he's opting out to play in the World.
Yeah.
You see that?
Unbelievable.
He needs to change his diaper.
Prima donna.
The Pittsburgh GM did say he's willing to blow things up besides the big four. Gensel, Crosby, Malkin, Murray. So you see Phil Kessel gone, Chris Letang.
Gotta go younger.
You see guys who are part of the back-to-backs, and so you can see Pittsburgh getting blown up. Tampa Bay, Columbus. That was awesome to watch. I was with you Game 4 when Columbus won it 7-2 or 7-3.
Yeah, that was bad. It wasn't even.
He was working. I was at a meeting, and I stopped by him, and I said, "Pull up the score."
I couldn't believe it.
I'm walking back and forth, crossing my fingers. I didn't expect 7-2. I was like, maybe like 4-3 overtime or something.
No, dude,
Columbus
it wasn't even a contest.
Man, that's crazy. And to think that Tampa Bay set history for the most wins, Kucherov having an outstanding year.
Oh, that's got to sting.
Man.
That has to sting.
I don't think they do anything in the offseason because after a season like this, you're just like, why did we fall asleep now? Like, how does that happen? That's almost unheard of.
All I could say is about NHL is no matter 1 through 8 seed, it's the one sport that throw the records out the window.
That's why NHL playoffs are my favorite brackets.
They're good.
Like, it's almost the best.
They are. They're up there.
Baseball, you'd hate to have the wild card game gone. Maybe like a 3-game series, but it makes that suspense. Like when I was going to Wrigley Field for that wild card game, I was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome playoff atmosphere." I know it's not technically playoffs, but it is playoffs, really.
Yeah, I mean, how'd that game turn out? I can't remember.
Shut up. 14 innings. We lost. So
okay.
Dallas, Nashville, 7:30 tonight.
Yeah.
Dallas is up 3-2.
I think Nashville pushes until Game 7. I'll go Nashville. I don't think they're going to.
They're going to need their goalie Pecorini because Dallas has just as a hot goaltender in Ben Bishop. One of the hottest right now, and then Nashville is my second pick for the Cup, another Central Division team. So that might be another reason why I'm getting questioned. Am I really a Hawks fan? I have 2 division rivals for my favorites.
Listen, you got to throw fandom around your team's not in it, so
exactly
you got to go somewhere.
The way I think about it is, you want your division to win the Cup because it makes you look better.
Right, and why you didn't make the postseason or the tough division.
Why would I want someone from the Eastern Conference to win when I'm in the Western Conference, just sitting out here like, oh, I didn't make the playoffs?
So if like St. Louis or Milwaukee wins the division this year, are you gonna root for them in the postseason?
Oh, now we're talking baseball. Huh?
You said same division. You root for your division rivals. Okay, whatever.
We'll talk to them when we get there.
Speaking of Game 7s, those 2 that we got tomorrow night.
Boston, Toronto. I have Boston winning it in overtime.
So do I. I have Boston winning it. I don't know about the OT. They're just gonna win. Original 6 matchup. Do you think
they go back, man?
Do you think the viewership and popularity with the hockey is better when the original 6 teams are in it?
Postseason or just regular
game? Postseason.
Of course.
I think so. I think they're hurting without the Hawks in them with ratings.
2013 Hawks Bruins Cup final.
One of the highest rated Stanley Cup finals.
I mean, they had like 2 overtime games. It was one of my favorite series to watch, and anytime Hawks and Bruins play, like you said, original 6, I love it. Washington, Carolina are live right now. Before we went on the air, Washington was up 3-2. 2-1 rather. Washington is up 3-2. Carolina push Game 7, or is Carolina done?
I think Carolina's done.
They're quick and young, dude.
I think Carolina's done. They're just not there yet.
Any score updates, guys? Please
send them in.
For the
Sharks in Las Vegas.
Another Game 7. I was watching the game last night, 3rd period till the double overtime, or regular overtime, I think it was. San Jose took a penalty. I was rooting for San Jose just because I love Game 7s.
Yeah.
I was rooting for San Jose. They took a penalty, and I'm like, oh, no. I see what's happening. 2nd-year franchise, going to the second round of the playoffs again. Don't want to hear about it. And then Thomas Hertl scored a short-handed goal for San Jose.
Yeah.
So,
and I think their opportunity was to close it out the other night. I think now it's going back to San Jose. San Jose's got it on them. Yeah. So Shark Tank, tough place to play.
Yeah, and so San Jose, I think getting out of they got it in the bag now, going back to San Jose. But Vegas is also a young team, and they went to the Stanley Cup last year, so anything can happen.
Good. That pretty much covers NHL. We
NHL,
still got a lot of playoff hockey and basketball.
A lot of playoff hockey, a lot of playoff basketball. I think the chipperness, if that's even a word, is only going to get worse.
I don't think it's the word.
Not a word.
Chippiness, maybe.
Chippiness. There you go.
Okay, we'll go with that.
MLB, John, what do you got?
Well, since I'm a Sox fan, we'll go with the White Sox. I'll start. Slow progress. The rebuild, I kind of like what I'm seeing a little bit. Wish it was moving a little bit faster. Sitting at 8-12 could be a lot worse. Could be a lot better, but I see progress with the hitting starting to come around. Yohan Moncada starting to live up to his potential. Eloy prospects, and there's another wave of prospects coming. Either later this year or next year. So as long as I see progress, I'm okay.
What year was your rebuild? What year were you supposed to be the team? 2020?
2020. I'm thinking
Is it derailed now?
No. I think
so. You're still on track.
Not, I wouldn't say World Series 2020.
Derailed, or are you on track? We need the answer.
2021.
So you're derailed. You're derailed a year.
How about this? I'll say live in there. I say above 500 next year. Possible.
You're sitting at 400 right now.
Above 500
You
next
can't
year.
string away 4 more wins to set yourself 500.
I wouldn't be shocked, but
You got the struggling Boston Red Sox coming in this weekend.
We'll see.
Or next weekend, rather.
We'll see.
All right, well, 10-10 Cubs.
Yeah,
500.
speaking of
Chatwood.
I don't know.
I'm not taking back anything I said about Chatwood, but he pitched 6 shutout innings yesterday.
All right.
Strope, who has his hat sideways, blew the game for him. So blew his win.
Maybe he couldn't see out of that.
That's what I'm
right
saying.
side.
Straighten your hat out. You look like a goof.
There should be a league rule on it.
He looks like a goofball.
I don't know.
Almost worse
They
than
let
Tim
him go.
Anderson yelling at Joe West.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim Anderson. That was
Before we get
completely,
to-
that was
before we get
completely
into-
absurd of what Tim Anderson did.
Before we get to that, we'll get right back to that. Speaking of your Cubs, 10-10. Are you still panicking? Are you ready to jump off the table? What?
We're all sunk in, dude.
Okay.
All we're waiting.
Okay, so
the anchor that's holding us down is the one guy I keep stressing about, the
Who?
third baseman who wants to play left field, right field. I mean, hell, put him on the bench. Chris Bryant. God, man.
are you ready to? How about this? Since you're so upset about that, if you guys are out of it by the All-Star break, are you shopping Chris Bryant?
You have to.
No doubt about it.
If they don't, they're going to start pointing fingers at Joe Madden, Theo Epstein, guys who brought him World Series. They're going to point turns and heads at Anthony Rizzo. I mean, look, say all you want. There's no words to describe what he's done. I understand he's injured.
Nothing wrong with Joe Madden's managing. He's perfectly okay.
No, he makes the decisions that are perfectly fine.
The bullpen?
They're
Bullpen?
decisions that no other
Taking
coach...
out starters early?
Listen, the reason why people question Joe Madden moves is because no other coach would do it. Because every other coach goes by the books.
He plays around too much.
How many World Series does he have? Go back to Tampa Bay.
I don't know.
Tell me.
I don't know how many. He's got one with you guys, right?
One with us, how many with Tampa Bay?
I don't think he has any. Did he win
Think
with
so?
Tampa Bay? No, he won with Phillies. Phillies beat him. So he doesn't know with Tampa Bay. So
How many times has he gone in postseason?
He
The
won
man
a
has
few-
more postseason experience than Ozzie
here
Guillen.
we
Get out of
go.
my face.
Here we go. What does Ozzie Guillen have
Then
to do
Robin
with it?
Ventura wants to manage you guys.
Here
How'd
we
that
go.
go?
Here we go. Well,
Almost worse than Lou Piniella for the Cubs.
Okay. Well, when you got a payroll of over $200 million and you just walk in to what our manager Rick Renteria built over there, get rid of him and just plug in
Where'd you get Rick Renteria from?
the Cubs
Oh,
because they dumped him on his head
Taken off.
after he built the team.
He didn't build a team. Theo built the
Or
team.
he got the team going on the right track.
Theo built the
Okay,
team.
whatever.
Before we get into Tim Anderson thing.
Okay, hold on. Yes, before we get into
Carlos Zambrano making a comeback?
No. He's going to play minor league. He must need money. He probably spent all his money.
The White Sox could use him.
No.
He could rake.
No.
He could pitch, and he gets
Hold on. Right now, I would trade Hugh Darvish for Zambrano if I were you guys. Because
Yeah.
that's a waste of money.
You cannot do. You can do it.
No, you
cannot do it.
You cannot do nothing.
You cannot do
You
nothing.
cannot get an out.
Hopefully, because I bashed Chatwood last week, hopefully Darvish hears this and pulls out a magical win, because he's in need of it. Quintana's been pitching great. Thank you. Lester's
We
looking to
have
get back.
we have a comment on here. Craig Kimbrell. Now that's interesting. Craig Kimbrell sitting at home, pitcher.
Who commented? Let's bring it over here.
John McNutt. I don't know who that is, but thanks for the comment. Yeah, Craig Kimbrell from Boston, right? Last year.
Correct.
If you guys are kind of in a hunt, you gotta sign something. You gotta, because to me, I think the window's closing on the Cubs. I think
So this
You
is
have-
what I'm thinking.
okay.
This is what I'm thinking. I say no because, well, right now better than Strope, yes, but Kimbrel, however you say his name, as you saw last year in the postseason and the World Series, he barely got out of innings against Boston. And look at Pedro Strop. He's almost lights out in postseason. In postseason. He's terrible. Little of this from terrible.
Well, you got to
Right
get
now.
to the postseason first.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe
I mean, you can't go a tiebreaker and a wild card and just be completely out of it.
I'm just
So
saying.
those
Would I rather have
wins
someone
come.
hot right now or in the postseason? Who
Well,
cares
the
about
guy's
me?
the
Who
guy's
cares about
resting
me?
his arm. He's not even pitching. If you get him at the All-Star break, he's got
Yeah,
2
and then I
months
get him in
to...
the postseason in October and he
Alright,
blows
hey.
games for me.
Listen, you're the expert. You and Joe Madden. You guys know everything.
Yeah, I'm
So-
not going Craig Kimbrel. Sorry. So,
All right.
I know the White Sox could use anybody. I mean, Aiden, you want to play for the White Sox? They're taking you.
All right. So back to the White Sox. So we will talk about the incident with Tim Anderson.
Okay, bring him.
I feel he looked at his own bench and he fired the bat at his own bench. He didn't show up the other team. He kind of looked at his own bench to pump him up, and that's the way the game is being played now more. It was nothing like Jose Batista 3 years ago with the
He got punched in the face.
no, this is before. That's why he got punched in the
Well,
face.
exactly. So he
Because-
got what he deserved.
So Tim Anderson, on that subject, I think that was Bush League on KC to get all upset about it. What's even worse, and maybe the only thing that me and you can agree on, Joe West. You eject the guy that got hit by the pitch
Well,
the next time up.
let's go back into the Cub Sox series last year.
Okay.
Anderson got thrown out from Joe West last year.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't like the White Sox. I don't know if he's a fan of the Cubs, but he does not
He
like being
hasn't
in
seen many
Chicago.
Cubs games, so.
Yeah. So, and when he
Him and
does,
Joe Madden are actually buddies. Did you know that?
really, when he walked up and talked to him and threw him out before he got to the mound.
I didn't know. Don't cross that line.
Yeah,
You're out of here.
yeah.
Hey, but Tim Anderson, look, this is what happened. You hit a home run, you get all cocky in front of the 7,000 fans you got in your ballpark. Look, don't throw your bat.
There we
Just
go.
run the base. You don't see any Cubs player.
God.
Wilson Contreras did it once. And he got yelled at. He sat a game.
Okay.
Nobody else on the Cubs does it.
Okay, all of a sudden now the Cubs are 500.
Listen.
Being World
Can I-
Series
can I
dire
talk?
time. Okay, go ahead.
Hit the home run. Bat flip after you win the game. Or walk off like David Bodie.
But he didn't flip the bat towards the other team. He
Doesn't
looked
matter.
at his
You do a
own
bat
dugout.
flip. Batista
But what
didn't do
did-
a bat flip towards the other team.
What?
He hit the home run and he let the bat go. Yeah, I'm celebrating a home run. Woo.
He did the
It doesn't
nastiest
matter.
history of baseball. He did the nastiest bat flip.
Towards his
And
own
he
team.
well-
though.
well-
I'm making the same case
Okay.
you. Towards
All
your
right.
own dugout.
Okay.
Right?
No, it was towards.
It's uncalled for. I
it
hate
was
bat
towards the
flips.
Rangers.
Joe
dugout.
Madden hates
That's
bat
why he
flips.
got punched in the face by Odor.
Maybe me and Joe Mann are alike because we hate bat flips, right?
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Go talk to Joe West. How about that?
They're uncalled for. So then he gets plunked in the butt his next at bat.
Yeah, which the
Intentional?
KC pitcher should have been at least warned or maybe tossed because
Well-
you know that's a direct retaliation. And then you
don't
throw
know
out the
that.
guy that got hit.
Well, you called it.
Big Country Joe.
You
West.
have racial slurs towards an umpire.
Oh wow! Who said? Oh,
Tim
okay.
Anderson to Joe West.
Who did you hear that on the radio? Who
That was your boy Cap.
Cap? Oh, now Kaplan, crazy Kaplan. 9 a.m. in the morning.
Cap, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's uncalled for. It was a bad reaction. It was a bad situation to be in.
Yeah.
What I did like was Jason Benetti, Benetti or how,
Benedetti.
yeah. I loved how he got so enthused and he was like Hawk Harrelson going at Joe West. Oh,
To me,
how you gonna throw out the guy? who
As
got
a
hit?
Sox fan, I'm glad I seen it from Tim Anderson. He looks like a natural leader. Get the team fired up. He looked at his dugout. We'll agree to disagree on that one.
For sure.
So, what do we want to get in next here?
Well, one more MLB point, then we're
Right.
going to go break down the Bears schedule. The ex-White Sox southpaw, Chris Sale, struggling in Boston. 0-2, 0-2, 0-3.
I don't know what's going on there.
He
Maybe
gets paid, and now he's in the
you
Bears.
know what? It seems like the history all throughout baseball. Those teams that go a deep run to the World Series the following year, those pitchers are beat up. Maybe, pitcher they get old real fast. Once it starts declining, it goes fast. So, I don't know. I think it's just a bad stretch. I think Chris Sale's going to turn it around. Even Boston's going to turn it around. But I don't know. But when you're getting paid what he's getting paid, you're gonna be under a microscope. But
You'll
former
be
White Sox
good
Chris
watch.
Sale, he's my boy. So, I think he'll turn it around.
All right, guys, get your thinking caps out. We're going to break down the Bears schedule here. Me and John will read the matchups. We will tell you guys whether we think the Bears will lose that game or win that game.
You know what? Right before we get into that, NFL draft Thursday night. I really know what's going on. Again, Tommy, hope to see you next week. He's our NFL expert. But I'll go through the top three, just what I know a little bit about what's going on. The biggest story come out of is I'm hearing Kyler Murray not going number one now. What do you think about that?
I see it and then I don't. So
What do you see? Why do you see yes and why do you see no?
I don't see him, like we talked about today, I don't see him being up to his greatest potential in Arizona.
Or a franchise quarterback even?
Yeah, so
I
that's
think
the only
the
reason.
pressure is less in Arizona. Now, if you went to a team like New York, the Jets, or the Giants, or a big market team, he'd be in a lot of trouble.
I see him blending in, like Tommy said, with the Giants. So I'm sticking with Tommy with that one. But
Okay.
that's if he even gets to go
Well,
like that. Like,
That's my next question. So him not going number one, how far does he drop? I think he drops significantly.
I mean, you have Tampa Bay in there, don't you? You have Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you got Miami, Cincinnati maybe needs a quarterback if he drops
Miami,
that far.
because I think they got a Band-Aid right now. Who's their quarterback?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up right now. But like you said, it's somebody that just get me over.
That's a potential. So maybe Miami, New York. Let's hear it, guys. Where do you think Kyler Murray's going to end up in the draft? Is he going number 1? Is he going to go number 16?
And I'll just go through what the top 3 everybody's saying on their mock drafts are the top 3 picks. Quentin Williams from Bama going to the Cards. They're talking about him number 1. Defense, Nick Bosa to San Francisco out of Ohio State. And Josh Allen, another linebacker. Another defensive player to the Jets. So defense is a premium, it looks like. And just real quick, for local, Bears don't have a pick at 87th. I don't even know who's left at that point. But we could probably help at running back, I guess. You know, can never have enough running backs. So
yeah, I mean, it'll be draft Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday night.
Thursday night, get your TVs on, and
we'll see. We'll hopefully we'll get the full list of what happens, and maybe Tommy, if he's back, can give us a full rundown what he thinks about the pick.
Monday night, Tommy will give you a rundown of the NFL draft. So, without further ado, me and John will break down the Bears schedule. You guys type in whether they lose week 1, win week 1, all the way down to week 16. We'll cover all the games. We'll go through the bye weeks. We'll go through the special games. So
let's get it in here. Bears schedule. A lot of primetime games. Bears win, NFL wins. Ratings. So let's without further ado, let's just start right off. 100th anniversary game in the NFL, Bears versus Packers, opening night. Thursday night football at Soldier Field. What are you thinking?
Going same prediction, same outcome as last year's week 1. Bears are dropping game 1 against the Packers.
Okay.
At Soldier Field.
Wow. And what's your reasoning?
I think it's going to be the same thing. It's really the same thing. They come out hot. They go in the tunnel, and it's like they eat a bunch of Twinkies or something and just take out the energy. And they just come out, and Rodgers comes out on, hell, he might even come out on no legs this time because he came out on 1 last game.
Yeah, he's still at that 1 leg. He's still on that half a leg. But
so I see.
There's 100th anniversary game on Soldier Field Thursday. Ain't no way they're losing that game. I got that as a W. Next week, week 2, Bears visiting Denver Broncos. Vic Fangio, old defensive coordinator over in Denver. I think the Bears are still better, but I think that's a trap game. Early in the season, Vic Fangio, he's going to know how to rattle Trubisky, and he knows that defense. So just that knowledge alone, I think they sneak one out. So I'll say an L for that. What are you thinking?
I'm going the opposite. Bears are going to get their first W on the road.
Okay.
And stick it to Vic Fangio.
Okay, so after 2 weeks, we're both at 1-1.
1-1.
Okay. Week 3, Bears at Redskins. I got a W for that one. I see no problem.
Case Keenum, right?
Yeah, I don't. Redskins, they're doing things. You know, I think they're still hurt from Alex Smith got hurt last year, right?
Yeah.
Without Alex Smith, I think, you know, I don't, different team. You know, I don't know who they signed in the offseason or who's going to start for them next year, but I got that as a W. So, going to week 4.
Well, hang on. Let me
throw
in my prediction from the watch time. You don't see these in many predictions, but I'm going to say the Bears and Redskins are going to tie.
Tie. Okay. So, let's tie.
Case Keenum. I'm just saying.
Case Keenum. Okay.
I like me and Tommy both said, Redskins and Keenum are going to have a hot year, and they're going to take down the Bears' #1 defense.
Okay.
But not much to beat them or lose to you guys.
All I have a request is, let's replay this episode at the end of the season
They're on YouTube. Follow Second Take on YouTube.
We will be
Second Take.
replaying it at the last day of the season, right before the playoffs.
Sounds good.
Well, right into the next game, another division rival, Bears at home versus the Vikings. I got that to win. I don't see the Bears losing at home to a division rival. Vikings, quarterback in Vikings. Who we got over there? Kirk Cousins. He's proved over and over again, big game you can't win, especially if that game was in prime time or gets bumped up. He's 0-7, 0-8 prime time.
Well,
games.
all the Bears games get bumped up because of their opponents. You do realize this, right?
What do you mean?
Their opponents coming to town because their fans travel. Because the Bears can't sell out Soldier Field. It's been proven. So the Vikings come to town. Minnesota comes down the Wisconsin and Illinois border.
Tommy,
and they come
we need you back, Tommy.
They come
I can't
and take
handle
care
this
of the
guy.
Bears. So I'm taking the Vikings over the Bears.
I cannot handle this guy. I mean, we got our fans coming in. Everybody, Bears, and seem to agree with me. I don't know what.
Bring it over here. Let's bring it over here.
So I don't know if you want to comment on some people comment, but if you want to retribute those comments. But I'm gonna get into the next one. Okay.
Let's travel across these here.
Traveling across the pond, Bears versus the Raiders in London.
I'm going to say what I said last year. I don't see the Raiders winning a game. Not even preseason. I don't see them doing anything positive. Bears get the win.
Yeah, that one's easy for me to get the win. And the Raiders are the Raiders. I don't like the London game. It throws off their timing. Players are a creature of habit. They're used to certain schedules.
The Bears are a creature of habit.
Yeah, well, that's what scares me with these primetime games. They're going to get thrown off a little bit. They're not sneak up on nobody this year, but the Raiders are the Raiders. So to me, that's a W. We can agree on that. Then we go into bye week.
By the bye week, I have the Bears sitting at 2-1. John, what do you got?
I got the Bears sitting at 4-1.
4-1.
4-1. So we're at the bye week. Then we pick back things up with 2 weeks of rest. Bears versus Saints at Soldier Field.
It's hard for me to say this. I got to swallow before I say this, but I got the Bears losing to the Saints.
You know what? For some reason, I feel like they could beat them, but I think the Saints might sneak one out of there.
I love Drew Brees and Kamara, but I don't like New Orleans for some reason. But I love Brees, if that makes sense. Like
Brees, he could light it up at any minute, and
exactly,
it's not the wintertime yet in Soldier Field, so it's still good weather conditions.
That's why I got
Brees.
You know what I mean? Brees,
for the most part.
I'll take Brees over a lot of people.
Yeah, so I'll take that as a loss, possibly. Not saying for sure, but I'm thinking if I got to write it down, I'll take the L. Following week, Chargers come to town.
Got the Bears winning.
Any reason? Just
Phillip Rivers. I don't know how to feel about him. I love him, but I got like devil's advocate on my shoulders. Oh, Jacob, he's gonna have a great year. Jacob, he's gonna be Pro Bowl. He's gonna go to the playoffs. Jacob, he's gonna be bad. Blah, blah, blah. So I got the Bears winning that game.
I also got the Bears winning that game. West Coast team. Phillip Rivers, when the spotlight's on another one, I think they just come up short. They always seem to have a great regular season, but come postseason, come up short. So I don't think it's a blowout or nothing. They think they pull out the win. The defense will pull out the win for them because I think Rivers will throw it around. But still, I'll take the Bears. Next week, beginning of November, about halfway through the season, Bears visit the Eagles.
Bears are going to get their payback against the Eagles from the wildcard game that ended the Bears season. Let me remind you guys that. That ended the Bears season last year. Bears will come up on top against the Eagles.
I had it at possibly a win, but I think just going over there and with the trade with the Eagles and Carson Wentz back, and if he's fully healthy, if he doesn't get hurt again, I think the Eagles might squeak that one out. I know the Bears fans are going to be like, how could you pick over the Eagles? I know. I think just on the road, Philly.
He says when they're losing, I say
so
they're
hey,
winning,
hey,
so
I think I got more W's than you right now so
right.
far in the season. All right. Following week, coming back home, Bears versus the Lions. Can't wait to hear what you got about say this one.
Bears versus the Lions
at
in
home
Chicago.
Yes.
I get it. He has them going all the way against division rivals. Bears are dropping this game against the Lions. But later on in the schedule, I have the Bears winning.
We'll get to that.
We'll get there when we get there. But this first game, the Bears do drop against the Lions.
I'm just going to simply say Lions are the Lions.
Stafford's coming out slinging, so be watch.
At home, Bears are winning that game.
Okay.
I think it's no problem. Takes us to next week. Giants come to town. What do you feel about that?
Same thing that happened last year when you played the Giants. Somehow you blow it in overtime, so close to tying the game. But I'm not going to give you guys another tie. I'm going to give you guys another L. Bears lose to the Giants.
No. Bears are winning that game. That's just a mess over there. Eli Manning has just gotten old real fast. And no Odell Beckham to throw to.
It's not like Tommy.
It's
almost like Tommy's here.
The only shot that they have is Saquon Barkley, but that defense is going to slow them down enough not to win.
Yeah.
So, and we're at Soldier Field. That's a W. Then, for our holiday, our Thanksgiving feast, the Bears are going to feast on the Lions Thanksgiving week. Jake, what do you got? I got a W easy.
I'm going to be at Grandma Kathy's. You guys see her chiming in on Thanksgiving morning as always. I hopefully after, because it's going to be the first game. I got the Bears winning, but like the first game, they see each other 2 weeks prior. I think it's going to be a fight. So, but the Bears come out on top. So they'll split 1-1.
All right. Then that following week, Thursday Night Football. Again, 2 Thursday night games. I thought that once they get to Thanksgiving, they don't get a Thursday night. But since the Bears draw so many ratings, that following Thursday night versus the Cowboys.
Well, you got America's team, so that's why you're on Thursday night.
America's team. I think America's team is the Bears right now. So we'll get into that debate later. So, okay, so your Cowboys. Woohoo! America's team, the Cowboys, come to town December 5th. Now remember, December in Chicago, not some 70-degree dome in Dallas with Jerry Jones sitting in his suite. So, go ahead. I'm going to let you comment first.
Dallas is going to be a different team this year. They are going to be better than they were, possibly winning that division. This will be the last Bears loss of the season.
No, I got them winning that game. I think it's going to be tough. I'll give Cowboys their due, but they're not coming in the wintertime in December in Chicago and winning that game. It'll be close, though. I'll give the Cowboys a fair shot. Which leads us into our second to last division game. Bears go up to Lambeau. Packers. What do you got on that one?
Aaron Rodgers falls middle of the season. So you're towards the end of the season, last 3 games. Bears have an easy win.
Depending, and I'm glad you said it, if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, it's the Packers. I hate it. They always somewhat steal one from us. I'm thinking that's a possible loss. I'm just trying to be realistic here. But I do have them going with the L because of the big matchup the following week. I think they're going to look ahead a little bit because their record's going to be pretty high. You know, only a couple losses, probably closing out the division maybe after that week, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Well, which brings us to which I think is the game of the year. Sunday Night Football, a couple days before Christmas, Bears versus the Chiefs.
Another reason, you got the former MVP, and that's why you're on primetime. So let's remind the fans.
That's why we're on. That's why we're on primetime because of KC.
The Chiefs, yes. The Chiefs are coming to town, so that's why you're on primetime.
Okay, who? The Patrick Mahomes show?
But I feel like the Chiefs are going to have a teeter-totter year. Bears are going to win that game. It's going to be a good game, a fight finish before Christmas. A little Christmas present for the Bears. They're going to beat Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah, I got that as a W. I think it's going to be a great game. I think that's a student versus teacher game. Matt Nagy versus Andy Reid, and I think it's Nagy's time, and I think that's a possible division clincher. Maybe something else, but I'm gonna go division clincher at home Sunday night, Soldier Field. That's it. Party, everybody have a good Christmas.
All right, let's close out the season. Vikings.
Bears Vikings for I don't know how many years in a row they closed out in Minnesota. Me and the family went up to Minnesota last year, went to the game. Hats off, Minnesota fans, great fans. They were so good. That stadium's awesome. And I think things will be wrapped up. Maybe possible playing for home field in the playoffs. But I see the Bears possibly, maybe division. I don't know about the Vikings. I think they're going to be better than last year. But I say Bears close out the season with that W and on to the postseason. Division winners, possible, hopefully, first round bye. 1 or 2 seed, I don't think it matters. And so my overall record, I got the Bears going 12-4. What do you got?
Got the Bears finishing 8-7-1.
No playoffs?
That game right there, Bears-Vikings, give or take if I'm right, will get you into the wild card.
But no division.
No division.
No doubt. So
division's going to Minnesota.
So you're hinging it on that game at the end.
Yeah.
So to tell you the truth, then maybe we got a trip planned, possible second take, broadcast from Minnesota. What do you think we check that out?
Now I'm going to Minnesota, so. All right, let's go.
So we're gearing up for that.
Second take's going to be on the road to Minnesota to watch the Bears-Vikings at the end of the year to close out the season. So, anything else for NFL, or we covered a lot?
No, I think that's pretty much it. One more thing, local sports today. Got a chance to watch Bremen Braves girls softball. Played Hillcrest, doubleheader. Couple easy wins. Game 1, 11-1. Second game, Slaughter, 18-0.
Great job, Lady Braves. Couple other honorable mentions for local and youth sports. Aiden, our little cousin here, Sean's son, he'll be traveling to Detroit to have a little hockey tournament here with his little travel team. So that's this weekend coming up. Good luck to Aiden and the Southwest hockey team. I think that's what it's called. Got to get that checked out. But Aiden and Alabama. Represent Alabama, represent the family.
Quite the hockey player, man.
He's getting there.
I'm seeing some highlights, and I like what I'm seeing. He's a lot of potential. One more last little nugget. Any WWE fans out there? Small little piece of news, nothing big. CM Punk made an appearance at an independent show and hit a guy with a GTS at a small wrestling show in the ring. He was masked. He's got the rumor mill flying that he's coming back. So, any WWE fan, especially Sean, I know he's probably seen the video. How do you feel about that? You think he's just publicity stunt, or possibly going to that new federation, AWE or AEW, I should say?
So this guy, CM Punk over here, this is how we're going to close out the show. And then I got one more mention. We're at the Hawks playoff game against the Wild.
Okay.
2014, 2015. I don't think
No.
years right.
2013.
2013.
It was
Wild.
Nashville. It was against Nashville. Second round game, I think, semi game, or the Blues.
I think it was against Minnesota.
Okay. So if anybody could do some fans, can I get some research?
Hawks Wild playoffs. I think it's 2014. He's saying 2013. Yeah. I go to the bathroom. The one time I go to the bathroom during the game, and I hardly get out of my seat, even in intermission. I'm like, John, I'm going to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, 5-10 minutes, whatever. There's a line. And I come back to my seat. He's jumping up and down. Oh, Jacob, you just missed CM Punk. Oh, Jacob, you just missed CM Punk.
I wasn't jumping up and down, but okay.
Back to my WWE days. Like, I'm still watching WWE. I'm 13 years old. I'm like, no, he didn't, John. I would have heard it. Like, I would have heard his music play.
He did just shoot the puck. I don't know what you were doing in the bathroom.
Maybe he ate something.
Maybe you ate something a little too spicy. You were in there for a while.
Yeah, I'm the only one who didn't hear the music. Huh?
Okay. All I'm saying
Good
is,
storyteller.
Can we get a research? Could somebody research that?
If somebody can find me CM Punk shooting the puck.
Shoot the puck during the playoffs.
The playoffs against the Wild. 2013, 2015. Playoffs, CM Punk shooting the puck.
Shoot the puck.
You'll get a prize for second
evidence.
take.
I need evidence. So
all my hockey fans out there, all you young hockey players out there, do your research for us here. To close out the show, IHSA Players of the Week, Maddie Conway, Charlie Bennett.
Man.
Well deserved.
Oh, great. They've been good since they've been about this big.
So, of course, I know Maddie, and I'm good buddies with Charlie. Played on a couple teams with Charlie, and I've seen Maddie play. Great.
Excellent baseball player.
So, yeah, I mean, baseball and softball, they, quote-unquote, know how to take leadership. And great 2 kids in and out of the classroom. So what I've heard. So, I don't know. But that does it here for Second Take, guys. Be sure to check in with us on Monday and throughout the week. We'll catch you guys up on polls. Maybe we'll even post some draft updates. And we will catch you guys up on the first round of NHL, NBA playoffs on Monday.
Possibly deep in the round 2 games at that time, right? We'll see.
So Monday's our next showtime, 7 o'clock, guys. You guys know where we're at. But maybe we have some surprises rolled up our sleeves for Monday's show.
Think so.
John, anything else you want to add?
No. Oh, you know what? One more thing since we're here. Got a few minutes left. Local girls, 18 and under, Midlothian Diamond Girls, fast pitch softball. If you're interested, sign up at the Midlothian Park District. Got a few spots left on the team. I'm the head coach, and my co-host here will be assisting.
So if you guys have any questions on registration, please let us know. Feel free.
Drop it in the comments.
We actually got a Randy Anderson. He pulled up the video of CM Punk shooting the puck.
Thank you.
So after we go off the air, we'll check this out, and I'll show you guys my reaction, whether I think this is right.
This is legit.
This might be the game I was at. So
yes, it was.
Guys, this does it here. John Serta, Jacob Conway. Be sure to check out BFC Lawn Care. Family owned, 708-945-4888.
Weather's warming up. Gotta get that grass cut.
Spring cleanup, guys. Make sure you guys get your lawns taken care of. Village is handing out fines.
Yeah.
Be the prettiest lawn on the block.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this does it here. We'll catch you guys next time.
And we are out.